Hi, this is an AI narrating a fanfic, so you might hear a random number every 15 minutes. Just don't worry about it. I am so sorry for that. Also, if this video gets 3 likes and 3 comments, I will release the next part anyway. Enjoy the fanfic. Naruto came on last floor. In his hands was Mebuki. She was sleeping, unaware of the horror that has to come. Naruto entered the ritual site to see everyone already there. Everyone jaw hit floor when they saw Mebuki naked. "And Naruto," said Shisui, "you idiot," said Konan. All male were blushing and female were fuming. Naruto put her body on bed under the ritual preparations. "What the hell is happening, Naruto? What are you going to do?" asked Yahiko. "Everyone back up," said Naruto seriously. They immediately did. Summoning jutsu, shouted Naruto. Zero Tail appeared in the room. 5. "What the hell?" asked Anko. "Baka, are you stupid?" asked Suigetsu. How did you get 0 tails?" asked Nagato. "It will attack. It's under my control. I am going to seal it in Mebuki," said Naruto calmly. "Why?" asked Satsuki. "To make her weapon my personal weapon," said Naruto. "Art of sealing resting shrine," said Naruto. "No." Konan words didn't reach Naruto. The 0 tails roared and was transformed into dark chakra and sealed inside Mebuki as seal mark appeared on her stomach. Naruto stood in ground, a little tired. "Baka, what if she uses the power?" "She will not. She will only use it when I want," said Naruto calmly. "How can you be so sure?" asked Deidara. "People won't betray you when they love you. She sees me as romantic interest and will help me," said Naruto. "So you were manipulating her," said Yahiko. "Yeah," said Naruto. "She will eventually lose her usefulness to us and I will do some arrangements," said Naruto. "Well, what now?" asked Satsuki. "Collect other Jinchuriku. Yakumo and Shisui will go after Fu of Waterfall. We just need her other comes later," said Yahiko. "What will you do, Naruto?" asked Konan. I will be doing some stuff that will help in war," said Naruto. "And what exactly? Tell me," said Karen. "Give him some chill. He did help us by creating that weapon," said Suigetsu. "She will be used in various ways. I will create something that world has never seen," said Naruto. "Fine," said Karen. "What will you do when she wakes up?" said Tayuya as she points at Mebuki. "I'll see that," said Naruto. Naruto grabs her and disappears. "Still, how did he had 0 tails?" asked Deidara. "He must have captured it later," said Anko. Naruto stood in his room with Mebuki lying naked in his bed. Naruto took out a slime ball of white. "They are baby Zetsu." Naruto applied some seals on them and they started glowing. Naruto smirked. He spills some of his blood on first one and transfers some charka into them. Mebuki started to wake up and rubs her eyes. Naruto walks towards her and kisses her softly on lips. Mebuki giggles and kisses him back. "Morning, Naruto-kun," said Mebuki. "Morningheim," said Naruto. "What were you doing here?" asked Mebuki. "You see, we have to go somewhere, so we will be deceiving others a bit. Just pour some blood and charka on that white ball," said Naruto. Mebuki nodded and did the deed. She didn't even notice she was naked. "Few steps more and it will be done," thought Naruto. Mebuki did it and ball started glowing. Naruto grabbed her from behind and kissed her at back. She moaned in pleasure. "Wear clothes fast," said Naruto. Mebuki nodded and went into bathroom. The 2 Zetsu balls grew into human size and transformed into Mebuki and Naruto. Naruto took out a kunai with weird seals. They were cheap copy of Hirishin," said Kurama. "Yeah, but it's like one-time shit. I can't use it regularly and Minato's is faster," said Naruto. Mebuki came out in new dress. Naruto came on last floor. In his hands was Mebuki. She was sleeping, unaware of the horror that has to come. Naruto entered the ritual site to see everyone already there. Everyone jaw hit floor when they saw Mebuki naked. Naruto, said Shisui, you idiot, said Konan. All male were blushing and female were fuming. Naruto put her body on bed under the ritual preparations. What the hell is happening, Naruto? What are you going to do? Asked Yahiko. Everyone back up, said Naruto seriously. They immediately did, summoning jutsu, shouted Naruto. Zero Tail appeared in the room. 5. What the hell? Asked Anko. Baka, are you stupid? Asked Suigetsu. How did you get Zero Tails? Asked Nagato. It will attack, it's under my control. I am going to seal it in Mebuki, said Naruto calmly. Why? Asked Satsuki. To make her weapon my personal weapon, said Naruto. Art of sealing resting shrine, said Naruto. No, Konan. Words didn't reach Naruto. The Zero Tails roared and was transformed into dark chakra and sealed inside Mebuki. As seal mark appeared on her stomach, Naruto stood in ground a little tired. Baka. What if she uses the power? She will not. She will only use it when I want, said Naruto calmly. How can you be so sure? Asked Deidara. People won't betray you when they love you. She sees me as romantic interest and will help me, said Naruto. So you were manipulating her, said Yahiko. Yeah, said Naruto. She will eventually lose her usefulness to us and I will do some arrangements, said Naruto. Well, what now? Asked Satsuki. Collect other Jinchuriku. Yakumo and Shisui will go after Fu of Waterfall. We just need her. Other comes later, said Yahiko. What will you do, Naruto? Asked Konan. I will be doing some stuff that will help in war, said Naruto. And what exactly? Tell me, said Karen. Give him some chill. He did help us by creating that weapon, said Suigetsu. She will be used in various ways. I will create something that world has never seen, said Naruto. Fine, said Karen. What will you do when she wakes up? Said Tayuya as she points at Mebuki. I'll see that, said Naruto. Naruto grabs her and disappears. Still, how did he had Zero Tails? Asked Deidara. He must have captured it later, said Anko. Naruto stood in his room with Mebuki lying naked in his bed. Naruto took out a slime ball of white. They are baby Zetsu. Naruto applied some seals on them and they started glowing. Naruto smirked. He spills some of his blood on first one and transfers some charka into them. Mebuki started to wake up and rubs her eyes. Naruto walks towards her and kisses her softly on lips. Mebuki giggles and kisses him back. Morning, Naruto-kun, said Mebuki. Morning, Haim, said Naruto. What were you doing here? Asked Mebuki. You see, we have to go somewhere, so we will be deceiving others a bit. Just pour some blood and charka on that white ball, said Naruto. Mebuki nodded and did the deed. She didn't even notice she was naked. Few steps more and it will be done, thought Naruto. Mebuki did it and ball started glowing. Naruto grabbed her from behind and kissed her at back. She moaned in pleasure. Wear clothes fast, said Naruto. Mebuki nodded and went into bathroom. The two Zetsu balls grew into human size and transformed into Mebuki and Naruto. Naruto took out a kunai with weird seals. I mean, they were cheap copy of Hirushин, said Kurama. Yeah, but it's like one-time shit. I can't use it regularly and Minato's is faster, said Naruto. Mebuki came out in new dress. 10. Naruto whistled and Mebuki blushed. You look hot, said Naruto. Thanks, darling, said Mebuki. They kissed and smiled. Grab on my shoulder. We will use teleportation, said Naruto. Like Minato's Hirushин? Asked Mebuki. Yeah, said Naruto. Wow, I never dreamed I will be able to use it. Kushina and Minato always do it and it looked so romantic today. I can do it too, said Mebuki. Are you saying you are next Kushina and I am next Minato? Asked Naruto. Maybe, said Mebuki. Naruto activated the jutsu and they disappeared in Flash Sound Village. Naruto and Mebuki were in a building. Mebuki looked outside and eye widened. Where are we? Asked Mebuki. village hidden in sound, said Naruto. Why are we here? Asked Mebuki. After all, said Naruto with a smirk. Naruto clapped Kin in. Few sound nin appeared. Naruto-sama, you summoned? Asked Kin. Yes. Are all preparation done? Asked Naruto. Mebuki looked in confusion. Yes sir, the border are fully guarded, nobody can enter without permission. The academy has been set up, children has been going regularly, the markets has been established, trade has began, Anbucops has been assigned, the border security system has been established, Jonin level shinobi are ready for work and have been assigned, the village is ready sir, said Kin. Naruto smirked and Mebuki stood in shock. Good, is my mansion ready? Asked Naruto. Yes sir, said Kin. Good, you're dismissed, said Naruto. Hi Otokage-sama, said Kin and disappeared. Oh Otokage-sama, you are a cage then, that means, said Mebuki. Naruto sat on his seat and grabbed his hat. He wore it and pulled Mebuki in his arms. She was sitting on Naruto's lap and Naruto kissed her. You're my girlfriend, soon to be wife and also first lady of the village, said Naruto with a grin too. First lady like Kushina, all the respect, power, money, not to mention I have access to village's fund and mansion servants. I am basically queen and Naruto as a husband, my king. OMG, thought Mebuki as she blushed. Naruto-kun, shouted Mebuki as she hugged him. You are really excited, huh? Asked Naruto. Yeah, said Mebuki. Naruto and Mebuki went into big mansion and Mebuki explored it. She rolled on bed. Naruto used this as perfect opportunity and put her into genjutsu. Mebuki was in genjutsu and she got married to Naruto in front of village. The whole village cheered and woman adored and fangirl her. She was wearing expensive clothes and a ring in her finger by Naruto. Naruto just walked out of room and walked in secret tunnel just under his mansion. This is gonna be a lot of work, not to mention keeping Mebuki under control or she will use funds in one day, said Naruto. No kidding, she really think herself as queen, stupid bitch, said Kurama. Don't worry, she will die when necessary. Until I will use her as sex toy and weapon, said Naruto as he wore a mask and black pants and a T-shirt with full sleeve and covering his neck. On the black dress was symbol of Otogakure. The mask was of a devil. Now what, you will be Otokage of this village? Asked Kurama. Yes, Akatsuki will do as it pleases. I will do my plans, said Naruto. How does Mebuki plays roles in it? That is what I said. She will play an important role in my plans. Let her enjoy her last moments of life, said Naruto. Still, what is this plan of yours? Said Kurama. I will shake the foundations of this world, said Naruto. Deadly tone. Naruto sat on ground and started to meditate. Naruto consciousness shifted to Naruto's clone in aim. Naruto opened his eye. His clone was apparently sitting on bed. Mebuki's clone was sleeping. Naruto walked out of his room. He looked outside. Aim was developing. Naruto asked Yahiko. Yahiko, come with me, said Naruto. Naruto opened the door of specialized room. The room was like a artificial world, grass, sky, water, wooden houses. It was protected by thousand seals. There was Gaara, Yugito and Mito. Mito looked at Naruto with wide eye. Gaara looked at Naruto calmly while Yugito looked bored. Naruto, where is Rin? Asked Mito. Naruto kicked her on ground and sat on ground. Yahiko was standing behind. Yugito, do you wish to live or die? Asked Naruto. What's the point, you are going to kill me anyways. Not really, all you have to join us, said Naruto. Join you? Are you insane? Why would I? Naruto, I have questions, said Gaara calmly. Ask away, said Naruto. What's your goal? Asked Gaara. Our goal is to create a new world where Biju won't be treated like objects, where Jinchuriku will not be treated like monsters and weapon, a world where discrimination won't exist. Think Gaara, I am not asking for peace, I am fighting for our justice, shouted Naruto 3 Yahiko. Looked at his sadly while other looked in shock. Even Mito. Gaara, wake up, this world is sick, we are hated for things we never did. Did you ask the asshole father to seal Shikaku into you? They treated you like a punching bag. They hated us, they beat us, they take out their frustration on us. How about us too? Gaara looked in shock. Yugito, that a bastard Cage, I am sure B received a lot of respect. Why? Because Cage approved him. What about you? I bet he didn't even send a team to search for you. They are assholes. Join us W, we can help you, we can give you and Biju both freedom, said Naruto. Yugito looked down. And guess what? There are 9 unlucky people in the world, and even among those there is difference in treatment, said Naruto bitterly. What? Asked Yugito. My name is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, son of Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki. They sealed away Kyuubi's Charka inside their elder daughters, and inside me. Soul people of my village hated me. Those bastards neglected me. Why? Because apparently a white-haired worthless son of whore told them about a motherfucking prophecy about their daughters will save world. How does it make sense? What kind of world are we living in? Anyways, shouted Naruto. Don't call Jiraiya G. Mito was cut by Naruto as punched her on mouth. Mito fell on ground. Naruto sat over her and kept punching her. One. Naruto, that's enough, shouted Yahiko. This bitch is Mito Uzumaki Namikaze, said Naruto as Yugito looked in shock. Naruto kept punching her until she started bleeding. Naruto eventually stopped and rested his head on Mito's chest and started crying. Tears flowed from his eyes. Only if you sniff let me call you big sister. Only you treated me like a human. Only if you protect me from bullies. Only if you didn't teased me about being weak. Only if you loved me, said Naruto as cried 3. Mito eye widen in shock and horror, and blood on her mouth started disappearing as tears washed them away. Gaara looked at them with a corner of eye and tears escaped his eye. He looked down and images of Kankuro Tamari and Rasa appeared. Sand Village. Rasa was in prison while looking at family photo where Gaara isn't smiling. I am so sorry, said Rasa as cried. Yugito looked with pity and sadness with tears. Yahiko softly grabbed Naruto's body and helped him to stand up. Go to room and rest, said Yahiko softly. Naruto went towards exit. Mito hands tried to reach Naruto but exhaustion took over her. Naruto, I come to. Big sister, I'll make everything right. Everything went black for her. Last thing she heard was Gaara shouting her name in panic. Naruto's eye opened. He just cancelled jutsu and his consciousness came back in sound. He wiped his tears and walked at mansion towards his bedroom with Mebuki. There is too much work, I can't back up now. Naruto was doing paperwork. Normally Kin and other deal with such stuff, but it was regarding something very important. He read all reports and sighed. I knew this bitch will do something like this, said Kurama. Apparently Mebuki Uzumaki Haruno had declared Haruno clan as one of the royal clan of Oto village, so she is basically clan head now. Naruto suspected that it would be a jealous from her mother that forced her to do this one. It has been 6 months already. Akatsuki captured Fu and are training for next course of plan. Naruto sighed. He stood up and went towards his mansion. He saw his wife organizing documents. He hugged her from behind. Mebuki was shocked but blushed when she saw it was Naruto. Mebuki turned around and kissed him. Naruto kissed back. Naruto-kun, I am pregnant, said Mebuki. Naruto froze too. What? No, just joking, said Mebuki as she kissed Naruto on lips. Naruto smirked and teared away her clothes. Naruto-kun, they were expensive, said Mebuki. I will bring you some better ones. Let's have sex for now, said Naruto. Mebuki blushed. Mebuki was lying on ground sleeping. Naruto fucked her hard enough to make her pass out. He grabbed her body and took downstairs his laboratory personal one. He put her body carefully on the other side. Was a artificial body. I hope you enjoyed Behind My Queen. For 6 months now, say goodbye, said Naruto. Evilly Naruto activated his seals. One Mabuki's body glowed, an artificial body glowed. Head of Zero Tail emerged from Mabuki's stomach. Mebuki woke up and schemed in horror. Baby, what's happening? Darling, asked Mebuki. I am taking my powers from you back. Did you know that you had a tailed beast in your stomach for 6 months? Asked Naruto sadistically. Mebuki, in horror. Am I going to die? No, I have so many things to do. I have ordered so many new dresses, rings, jewelry. Sakura and Kazashi would have been our servants, their kids as well. I am supposed to be queen, your wife, said Mebuki. Baka, as if I will ever love old hag like you. Just die, said Naruto. Mebuki saw her body turn to normal and Zero Tail being extracted. What was I then? Asked Mebuki. A sex toy, said Naruto. Zero Tails was extracted and transferred. Mebuki lying on table dead. 4 Naruto uses fire element and burned her body. The artificial body was glowing. The truth is that the artificial body was much more complex. The body was literally empty from inside except the fact it was 1000 seals inside it. Some seal work is to keep Zero Tail sealed. That was pretty much normal for Naruto to do. The real complex seals were consciousness seal, teleportation seal, and life birth seal. Consciousness seal allows Naruto to shift his consciousness in this body and fight, and the fact that this body has Zero Tails gives him advantage as a Jinchuriku teleportation seal. Naruto has finally made his version of Hirushин. It is basically same as Minato but works only with Naruto's chakra life birth seal. The artificial body is not fully empty. It has a lot of white Zetsu DNA. Naruto can release many Zetsu at once. They are more durable and flexible. You are definitely preparing for war, but I must inform you this is just temporary, said Kurama. I know. Naruto kept that body in a container and left it. Naruto used teleportation to go at aim. Naruto reached his room. He saw his clone and Mabuki's clone. He killed them instantly. Naruto walked out of room and found Yakumo. Naruto asked Yakumo. Yo, said Naruto happily. You look good, said Yakumo. Yeah, I killed Mebuki, said Naruto. Yakumo sighed. Zero Tails? Asked Konan, who just came from behind. Ready for action, said Naruto. I will go and meet Jinchuriku, said Naruto. Konan nodded and followed. Yakumo tagged along. They entered the room. Every Jinchuriku looked at them. Naruto saw Yugo. He smirked. I transferred her here, said Yakumo. Naruto walked up to them and sat on ground. So what's your answer? Asked Naruto. Will we get our freedom? Asked Fu. Yes, I said it, didn't I? Said Naruto. What about Tailed Beast? Asked Gaara. Released as well. They will get their freedom, said Naruto. I deny. I will not help. You are planning to destroy Mito. I have already destroyed Konoha. Other village doesn't concern you. If you resist, you will have to die, said Naruto. I am with you, said Yugito. Count me in, said Fu. I will join too. I want to in your side, said Gaara. What about you, Mito and Rin? Said Naruto. I deny, said Mito. You know my answer, said Rin. Welp, it seems Isobu will be enslaved forever, said Naruto. Coldly. What? Asked Rin. If you refuse to cooperate, said Naruto. Why are you doing this? You got your revenge, right? Why do you want to destroy other nations? Asked Yugo. It is necessary, said Naruto calmly. Naruto stood up and yawned. Playtime is over. Shinobi world has dig their own graves. It is time for revolution. Choose your sides because world is going to go under. The biggest change it has ever gone, said Naruto. Naruto, Konan and Yakumo left. For some reason I think he isn't lying, said Fu. Biggest change now I really want to see, said Yugo. Rin-san seeing possibility Naruto. Did success will you join him I mean what is left for you, asked Gaara. Rin became silent to Akatsuki. Meeting room everyone stood silent. So what are we going to do now, asked Suigetsu. We now have all Jinjuriki we can gather others Jinjuriku or difficult to gather, said Yahiko. I noticed that Konoha has been planning to attack on AIM, said Naruto. It is, said Nagato. What's the plan, asked Suigetsu. Before that it seems Oto village has new leader and it is difficult to enter it with high security and I have a stranger information, said Konan looking at Naruto. What, asked Tayuya. Few months ago Haruno clan become one of top clan head was Mebuki Haruno, said Konan. Everyone looked at Naruto. Naruto smirked. Welp she has good social skills and acted as good messenger for leader's idea, said Naruto. So you wanted to use her as your so-called wife for this use so she could gain people's trust, asked Tayuya. Yeah, said Naruto. So you are leader of Oto. I must say it has become a good village, said Anko. So we can consider it as a safe place for shelter, asked Satsuki. Yeah we can now that Konoha and rest of world know that Akatsuki is from AIM they will attack AIM so we can't remain at one place now we have to keep shifting, said Naruto. Everyone nodded. So we will fight Konoha in AIM, asked Jugo. Yes and no we will flee and fool them, said Naruto. Explain we can't go on your plan without knowing, said Yahiko. We need to secure two people. Kushina Uzumaki and Narumi Uzumaki we have to capture them, said Naruto. Isn't Karen Mito and you enough, asked Gurren. No Kushina and Mito and Narumi hold something very precious Uzumaki blood we can't let it go wild when Konoha will attack AIM we will secretly get into Konoha and kidnap them. And we are also going to steal scroll of sealing, said Naruto. And what about AIM's people, asked Yakumo. We will start by sending them to different village after this the only one who remains are captured shinobi and who are either murderers and or rapists they will wear AIM headband and fight. After we do this we will go to Oto village and plan next course of action, said Naruto. All right, said Konan. Shi and Yakumo and Satsuki went to secure innocence. Yahiko, Nagato and Anko I need your help, said Naruto. They were surprised. What do you need? Ask away, said Yahiko. You see I still do not have Rinnegan. You too does we have to kill certain beings. Anko I need your knowledge, said Naruto. They nodded. What am I supposed to do, asked Tayuya. Naruto opened map and pointed at river beside AIM, village of rivers. Prepare a ship. The civilians will travel in these ship and land on T country they will merge with them, said Yahiko. Naruto nodded. Tayuya and Gurren left. Jugo and Suigetsu left. Karen left as well. Now there was Anko, Yahiko, Nagato and Naruto in room. Naruto took out a scroll, and Naruto that is, said Anko in shock. Yahiko and Nagato jaw dropped. Wear masks and prepare, said Naruto. Toad's dimension. A portal opened revealing 4 people in masks. 2 had Rinnegan. Let's begin massacre of toads, said Naruto. Konoha Kushina was roaming in night. It seemed endless journey to her. She sat on swing and looked at stars. That's how Naruto was like, right? She felt herself being dragged somewhere. Last thing she saw was a Sharingan. Kushina woke up. She looked around. Wasn't she in park? She saw herself naked and froze. She turned to see Minato sleeping. She heard whispers from outside and quickly ran outside. What she saw made her heart stop. Naruto was drunk with Mito while Narumi handled both of them. Her eyes were fixated on Naruto, and Naruto asked Kushina. Naruto looked at her with drunk looks. Mother, you're naked, said Narumi. Kushina didn't care. What's going on? Asked Kushina. Mother, these two got drunk. Sorry, said Narumi. Is this a genjutsu? Thought Kushina. She tried to release it. Naruto went and hugged Kushina. Mito and Narumi giggled. You are still a mommy's boy, said Mito. Hey, it's cute, said Narumi. Shut up, bimbos, said Naruto. Ha, I will kill ya, said Mito. I am not a bimbo, said Narumi with dark clouds. Kushina just hugged Naruto back. She hugged him so tightly. Mito. Narumi, go to your room, said Kushina in dangerous tone. They shivered and ran. Naruto better survive this. Kushina dragged him to his room. She locked the door and jumped on Naruto. She even forget completely that she was fully naked. She just kissed Naruto on cheeks. Her precious baby boy. She didn't care if it's a genjutsu. She just wants Naruto. 7 Toad Dimension. Naruto killed the toad that tried to kill him. Nagato, Yahiko and Anko were killing other toads. Naruto walked in room and saw the old toad sitting. He knew who this toad was. The on who told Jiraiya the prophecy. Naruto released lightning from hands and slammed it on Toad's eyes. Die, you motherfucker, shouted Naruto as he used Kaiten and destroyed his body too. Naruto saw Anko taking Gambunta's DNA. He was still weak from the fight when Naruto burned his body. Everyone gathered at one place. Finally they are dead, said Naruto. Yep, said Anko. Nagato opens a portal and walks away. Naruto gives a last look at the place and activates all explosion tags. The entire Toad land burst into fire. And so it begins, said Naruto. Naruto came out of portal and sighed. Finally, said Naruto, I got DNA. I have to make artificial Toad like him, right? Said Anko. Naruto nodded. There is one more thing I have to do, said Naruto. What? Asked Yahiko. Kidnap Narumi and Kushina. However, I have a better idea, said Naruto. Huh? Asked Nagato. Anko, prepare a artificial Toad, a small yet powerful one, and call me when it's almost over, said Naruto in sadistic nature. Sadistic bastard, said Yahiko. Shisui came from door Konoha forces as a day away from aim. It seems like we have to fast up things, said Shisui. Naruto eye widen. He stood up and grabbed his Akatsuki cloak. Naruto asked Shisui, I will teleport Jinchuriku away. Shisui, come with me, said Naruto. Shisui nodded. Anko, do your stuff. Nagato, let's seal away all jutsu and information. Aim will become battlefield now, said Yahiko. Naruto barged in room. Every Jinchuriku looked at him. Yugo was there too. Naruto asked Gaara. We are speeding up things, said Naruto. He made few hand signs and a circle was formed around them. What's happening? Asked Rin. Konoha is coming. We can't let them capture Jinchuriku, said Shisui. But what are these? Hirishin, said Naruto as Naruto and Shisui along with Jinchuriku and Yugo disappeared. Sound Village. They all appeared in a total white room. Naruto, they can attack now, said Shisui in panic. They won't. If they do, they know what's coming at them, said Naruto with a glare. Everyone looked at Naruto. Where are we? How did you use Hirishin? Asked Rin. We are in Sound Village. I have developed by Hirishin, said Naruto. Gaara, you will come with us, said Naruto. Gaara nodded. Kin and others appeared. Otokage-sama, said Kin. Oh, Otokage, asked Rin in shock. You became a cage? Asked Gaara in surprise. Don't worry, it's nothing. Prepare the defenses. Don't let anyone come inside village or Sound Country. Aim and Konoha are in war, said Naruto. Kin nodded. We still have a half day, said Shisui. Matters not, said Naruto. Narumi will be joining you soon, said Naruto to Mito. Naruto, you still don't understand, do you? Toads can locate us. Father already knew we were in aim, said Mito with a smirk. Rin eye widen. Baka, that room you were in at aim was filled with seals that didn't allow summoning to enter, said Naruto. Plus you can try to summon toads. said Naruto. Mito made hang signs and slammed her hand. The light came from her hand and words came into air. The Toad contract has been suspended for a while. What? Asked Mito. Everyone looked in shock. Toads are finished, said Naruto. Mito fell on ground in despair. Rin comforted her. One Konoha. The council has been assembled. That's the truth, isn't it? Asked Sasuke. How did you know? Asked Minato. Is it true? Asked Shikaku. Nara. Yes, the half Uchiha clan and Fugaku were murdered by Shisui. For this very reason, said Minato. However, what concerns me is that Fugaku said about Masked Man. So who controlled Fugaku was same person who controlled Kyuubi that night? Asked Hiashi. It seems Naruto hates that man, said Sasuke. The attack and aim will help us to capture Akatsuki, said Sume. The Auto village has been rebuilt and it also concerns me that it has been built up quite good, said Minato. Minato eye opened in shock. Minato, asked Shikaku. Someone is near Kushina. Masked Man, said Minato. Shit, said Makoto. Every clan head Shunshin and went towards Kushina. Minato and other arrived to see Kushina lying on ground with Masked Man sitting on kids' swings. Everyone dashed towards him. Minato and Makoto were guarding Kushina while other were attacking Masked Man, who was dodging easily. End is near, said Masked Man as he suddenly disappeared. 6. Tisk, said Inoichi. Naruto watches Konoha shinobi that are moving onward. Aim direction. He sighed and transformed into civilian. He looks around and looked in satisfaction the suffering face of people of Konoha. It was delight to him. He isn't done with Konoha yet. They still have to suffer and they will. Naruto walked calmly at Namikaze's estate and knocked at all Anbu around the house were knocked out. Kushina opened the door and peeked outside. Yes, Kushina was sent flying on the ground. Naruto entered house calmly and closed door. Narumi came downstairs and looked at Kushina. What happened? You, said Narumi. Narumi charged at Naruto and tried to kick him. Naruto caught it in a finger and threw her away. And Naruto, said Kushina. Stay calm. I am here to take you, said Naruto. We are going nowhere. You will die today. Slapped. Naruto slapped Narumi and Narumi looked in shock and touched her cheeks. Silence your insolence, said Naruto darkly. Naruto made a shadow clone and sent him inside Minato's study room. The shadow clone came and handed him a scroll. Naruto grabbed Kushina and Narumi and was about to go. When he felt door open, he looked calmly and saw Makoto entering house. Kushi, Naruto knocked Makoto out and grabbed 3 of them. He used Hirishin and teleport. Minato made hand signs and slammed on ground. They were currently at borders of aim and were about to attack. There is good amount of trust that Akatsuki's base is here. A golden light appeared from his fist and bold letters emerged. The Toad contact has been suspended for a while. What? Asked Minato. How can this be? Toads aren't coming. I have never heard about something like this. Hokage-sama, we can use crows, suggested Itachi, and Minato sighed but nodded. The army entered aim and saw soldiers standing in ready for fight. Aim became warland for few hours. Jiraiya, who was sitting in hospital, looked in shock. The Toad contact is not working. What in the world is happening? Shouted Jiraiya. Orochimaru looked at sky from hospital bed. Kumo, Konoha is attacking on aim. Asked a yes sir. Report said that after Akatsuki destroyed Konoha they figured out Akatsuki hideout is in aim, said Mabui. That was unexpected from Konoha, said a counselor. Still, we have truly underestimated Akatsuki. They took strongest village out in ease, said a female counselor. It's matter of time they start attacking another village, said another counselor. Stop, we still have no idea what actually happened in Konoha and who destroyed it. Rumors say that Shinigami itself appeared and destroyed Konoha. We all Know that God of Death isn't a joke, and some says Akatsuki is behind this. We are still not clear. We have to be patient and wait, said A calmly. What about newly developed Sound Village? Asked Mabui. Sound Village is a small village. Sound Village has always been a backward village, and cage changes instantly. They have no balance. They shall be left alone, ordered Aiwa. Haha, Kanaha has been finally destroyed, said a counselor. Other chuckled. Don't celebrate yet. Ironically, we are in danger as well, said Onoki Suna. Rasa sat on seat and sighed. He has been forced to lead village again. We will send search team to find Gara, said Rasa coldly. The team nodded and Shunshin away. Line break. Aim. Minato and others looked around. It seems Aim knew we were going at attack, said Itachi, but still their shinobi are actually prisoners, and rogue shinobi. All resident have been evacuated and all treasury and information is empty too, said Sasuke. It seems Akatsuki is much more than we thought. To vanish everything from a village in a day, said Minato. Keep searching, don't leave anything, ordered Minato. They didn't found anything. It was almost night and they made camps and decided to move next morning. The mission was a disappointment. Next day Naruto woke up and drank his coffee. He walked out and saw Satsuki approaching him. Naruto, shouted Satsuki. Naruto flinched. Naruto grabbed her and Shunshin. They arrived in prison room. Naruto was surprised to see everyone already. Who sleeps so late? Asked Konan in pissed tone while Naruto hid behind Yakumo for cover. Paper Devil is after me, whined Naruto. Everyone snickered. Naruto, why is my mother here? Asked Satsuki. She pointed at Makoto. She came when I kidnapped Kushina and Narumi, said Naruto. Naruto, I have a question, said Kushina. The whole room went silent. Other Jinchuriku looked Kushina in a concern. Yugo looked at her sensei. Karen raised an eyebrow. Naruto walked towards Kushina and slapped her on cheeks. Naruto, shouted Narumi and Mito in rage. Other looked in shock. Kushina didn't move from position and I were shadowed. Ka-san, villager beat me. Slap. Liar. Shut up, said Naruto coldly. Naruto, she is your mother. Despite everything she did, she carried you for 9 months, said Konan. 3. Tisk, said Naruto. I came to tell you, prisoner, that you are welcome to join us. Even Jinchuriku, if you decline your loss, I will come at today's afternoon for answers, said Naruto. He left room. Satsuki sighed and grabbed Kushina. I will keep eye on her, said Satsuki and vanished. Why is Naruto doing this? Said Mito as she cried. Naruto is frustrated, said Karen finally. What? Asked Nagato. My secret ability as a Uzumaki allows me to sense emotions, said Karen. When Kushina talked Naruto, he felt happy first, then sadness, then rage, said Karen. 1. What do you expect? He was a fucking child when their people, Yahiko, kicked Mito on face, made him suffer, said Yahiko is stormed out of room. Everyone sighed. Naruto entered his room and saw Kushina and Satsuki waiting. Naruto froze. He closed door and felt his body losing strength. He took support on wall and kept hands on his eyes. He spoke in pleading voice. Satsuki, why are you doing this to me? Sniff, said Naruto is started crying. Because you are holding back your feelings. No matter what you become, a child will ultimately cling to his mother, said Satsuki in sad voice. Kushina looked at Naruto with water eyes. Naruto looked at Satsuki with teary eye. I fucking hate you, said Naruto. Naruto jumped and hugged Kushina till death. He smashes his head on her breast and started crying. 9. Satsuki smiled with tears in her eye. Yakumo smiled from outside the room. A small Naruto looked at Kushina hugging Mito and Narumi. Naruto looked with teary eyes and turned around. A sudden arms catches him and hugged him from behind. I am sorry, please forgive me, said Kushina as she kissed Naruto on cheeks. Naruto Caught Kushina's hands having Rasengan in her hands. Kushina eye widen in shock. 3. You think I am still a kid? Asked Naruto coldly. Side that tells her loyalty, said Satsuki. Naruto smashes his palm on her chest and sent her rolling on floor. Kushina made hand signs and slammed on floor. Toad summoning has been suspended for a while. What? Kushina was sent flying on floor and Yakumo grabbed her face by hairs. I feel for that one, said Yakumo. Naruto walked in front of Kushina and stared at her. What I said still stands. I can't hate you, but I will not let you come in my goals, said Naruto as he smashes his legs on her legs and breaks bone. Kushina cries in pain while Satsuki smashes her knee on her nose. Kushina was lying on floor with blood. I had enough of giving her chances. Yakumo, do me a favor and take her away, said Naruto. Yakumo did as she was told. Thanks, said Naruto. Don't mention it, said Satsuki. Anyways, we going to Kumo, said Naruto. Kumo? Asked Satsuki in surprise. Yes, Killer Bee Jinchuriku of 8 tails, said Naruto. I see. Give me a hour to prepare, said Satsuki and left Naruto teleport to Yahiko and Nagato. So Kushina cannot be trusted, asked Yahiko. How did you know? Asked Naruto in surprise. I sensed what happened. We will put her in jail, said Nagato. I am going Kumo with Satsuki. 8 tails need to be dealt with, said Naruto coldly. All right, be careful, said Nagato. Naruto nodded and left. Do you think he will be all right? Asked Konan, who just entered room. Yes, said Nagato. Naruto was standing on top of building. Satsuki came next to him and nodded. Satsuki grabbed Naruto and Naruto used Hiroshin Kanaha. What? Asked Minato in shock. Hi, Kushina-sama and Narumi-sama is missing. Anbu around your house had been knocked out, said Chunin. Mother is also missing, said Sasuke. Naruto, roared Minato. Minato-sama, cried a medic. What happened? Asked Minato. Yesterday 5 hospital were blown and patients were killed and, said medic. And, asked Sasuke, blood banks were destroyed, said medic. Sound Village. Anko was working in her lab. Tayuya and Karen entered. What are you doing? Asked Karen. Naruto and I along with Yahiko and Nagato have killed all toads. We are creating new species of toads. When they are done we will release them in Toadland and activate toads. Summon again. They are more powerful and better, said Anko. How are they exactly better? Asked Tayuya. Their construction is not artificial. It is made of sperms of Gamabunta and eggs of power toads female. They are in that test tubes, said Gurin as she pointed behind them. On top of that, right now they are being supplied Charka of 9 tails, 1 tail, 7 tails and 2 tails that will make their body stronger and good in battle, said Anko. That's awesome, but why will Naruto do that? Asked Tayuya. To create summons for us. These summons will belong to us. We will sign them, said Anko. Wait, then aren't they like slaves? We are making them, and we are making them doesn't mean they are slaves. They will have their own thoughts and mind. They are like regular toads. They are new generation. Also we have to remove all signs that have been made earlier, said Gurin. I see, said Tayuya. What is that? Asked Tayuya. That is Naruto's summon. He especially asked for it, said Gurin. Doesn't he has 0 tails? Asked Karen. 0 tails is right now under his use and you know he likes many summons, said Anko. I get toads, said Tayuya. Everyone face-palmed. Kumo, Killer Bee and Karui were walking in mountain. The whole ground shakes as something fell from ground in form of red lightning. Karui takes her sword out and Killer Bee puts his notebook down. Naruto and Satsuki lands on ground with Akatsuki cloaks. Akatsuki, why are you here? Shouted Karui. Annoying, said Satsuki as she suddenly comes in front of Karui. Killer Bee tries to protect her but Naruto kicked him at chest and sent him flying behind. Killer Bee balances himself and takes out his sword. Naruto summons Zangetsu and their swords clashes. "Are you related to Namikaze?" "By blood, that's all," said Naruto as he flows lightning through. Zangetsu. Killer Bee does same and attempts to cut Naruto's shoulder. Naruto dodges it and slams his hand on ground. "Earth-style spikes," said Naruto. The spikes emerges from ground and attacks Killer Bee. Killer Bee jumps and summons many swords in his body. "Multiple swords?" asked Naruto. "One." Killer Bee attacks Naruto furiously. Naruto keeps dodging swords. His eye widened when he saw Killer Bee jump over him and attack. Naruto makes shadow clone and attacks Killer Bee. Killer Bee starts attacking clones and destroy them. 2 shadow clone charges at Killer Bee from behind. Killer Bee catches his fist. He smashes his fist in stomach. The shadow clone explodes with smoke. "What?" asked Killer Bee. The other clone grins and make hand signs. "Fire-style fire dragon," said Naruto's clone. The fire dragon combines with smoke creating a huge explosion. "Killer Bee," said Karui. She attacks Satsuki, who was bored. Satsuki punches Karui on stomach and sent her flying in air. She comes behind her and kicks her on head. "Wind-style pierce," said Karui as a wind sword launches at Satsuki. "Fire-style fire devil," said Satsuki as she releases fire from her mouth and it shapes as devil and burns Karui. Left hand. Naruto looks at Killer Bee who emerges from smoke and charges at Naruto with Biju Charka. In sword. Naruto uses Charster and sends his Charka in sword. Naruto elegantly cuts Killer Bee's sword into 2. Killer Bee eye widen in shock. "Did he just cut Biju's chakra?" "Yeah, it is impressive," said Gyuki. Killer Bee flow Gyuki's chakra over his body and charges at Naruto at great speed. Naruto smirks. "Now it might be interesting," said Naruto. Naruto moves in high speed and clashes with Killer Bee. A huge impact is made creating shock wave. Naruto makes 3 shadow clone. Fire-style great fire dragon, lightning-style lightning release, wind-style wind release. The fire dragon is covered with lightning around it with wind creating a 2 giants' wings. Killer Bee transforms into Gyuki and loses his 1 tentacle. Naruto charges at Gyuki's large body and flips over his head. "Wood-style cage," said Naruto. Wood roots grabs Gyuki's body by covering all around it. Lightning release, lightning flow through Gyuki's body. Killer Bee transforms into normal form. He is locked inside a wooden prison with seals. "Sigh, idiot," said Naruto. Naruto looks at Karui, left hand missing and panting. "I will kill you, I will." Naruto slams a kunai in her left eye and destroys it. "Ah!" Naruto smirks and whistles and kicks her on left eye. She falls on ground screaming for mercy. "Sigh, mercy?" asked Naruto softly. "We don't do that here," said Satsuki with sexy smirk. Naruto chuckles. Naruto slams his legs on her body and kept beating her. Karui tries to run away but Naruto drags her back and slams his fist on her cheeks. Her cheeks were swollen and bleeding. Naruto waves his hands in air and he clothes teared into bits. 1 Satsuki sits over her and removes panties. She pisses on Karui's face and laughs. 7 Naruto looked away for privacy. He drags her body and slams it on wall. He takes out kunai, slams on his both hands. Naruto grabs Satsuki and Killer Bee in prison and teleport away.